Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we will be ranking all the Eurovision songs that have been released for 2025 yet. There have been 23 songs so far, and there are also two national finals that are going live right now, Germany and Denmark, I believe. We will also rate them tomorrow. But I wanted to do this. I'm doing this on my Eurovision scoreboard app. If you want your vote to count on the upcoming Eurovision in Basel, make sure to download the app and vote on it. Your vote actually counts here. So we have 23 countries and I have ranked them, as you can see. Here you just put them on a scoreboard and after that you can see your rank. So we have 23 countries yet and I have ranked them. So let's go over them real quick and why I think these countries deserve this position. Now, just letting you know, this is just my opinion, my personal opinion. This is not objective for the upcoming contest, but I just feel like this is how I feel is the song contest so far. Now, on the overall year of Eurovision 2025, I will say it's a complicated year. I won't say it's a bad year like a lot of people are saying. I'll just say that, there are a lot of songs that are left, and I feel like 2024 just set an unimaginably high standard. Like, there's literally not a bad song last year, and well, this year it's not bad. It's actually gonna be fun. Everyone says that in the middle of February that the year is gonna be bad, but it ends up being good. So let's take a look at my ranking. Going from number 23, our last place is Slovenia, with their song "How Much Time We Have Left." And to me, it has a really nice entry, but it's also like a doctor's visit. Like, it's not something I would ever listen to. Like, it just sounds like your dad wrote a song and he published it. I mean, believe me, the meaning is beautiful and the performance is also great, and I can see this pulling a Latvia 2024. But the problem with it is it's just so boring. I just can't get myself to watch the whole performance. But that doesn't mean I absolutely hate it. It just means that it's just boring, and it's like, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful but boring, and I love ballads, to be honest, and I just don't get it. Especially when he could have sang in Slovenian and the song would have changed completely. Moving on to number 22, Australia. Now, you know, I was really uncomfortable when I was watching the video. I feel like we need to get over joke entries in Eurovision that are not good. It's alright. I feel like he's gonna give a fun performance in May, but the problem with it is the milkman. It's just so creepy. It just gives off like 80s serial killer vibes, and I'm kind of living for it, but I'm also kind of not living for it. I personally, I don't like the song at all. It's just but it might grow on me. That's the thing. Next up, Estonia with Espresso Macchiato is going viral right now. I just don't get the grudge with Karya, Used, and finally, this guy. I don't even know his name, but Estonia's entry, I don't know if it's a joke entry in particular, but to me, it just didn't have that flair. It didn't have what it should have in the live performance. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of tired of this. I've been here for almost 5 years now. I've been here since 2021. And I feel like we need to get over these joke entries. Like in 2023, Karya gave a very fun performance. So I feel like if he doesn't give a fun performance, he's done in May. Moving on, Serbia. Serbia is, well, it's not bad. Like, when I saw it at the last place at the official rankings this year, I expected it to be bad, but it's actually not that bad. It's just that it's meh. The singer is very handsome, but I just feel like, it's just not something, really extraordinary. But I do kind of feel like they could potentially qualify. But again, they could not. It's just, you just can't tell with these type of entries. It's just, very meh. Number 19 is Ukraine. Oh, sorry about that. Oh my god. That was disgusting. Sorry. Number 19 is Ukraine. If you see Ukraine's performance this year, I just really hate the English lyric. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't dislike this song. I just really hate when he like sings in English. Like it just ruins the whole song. Like sing in Ukrainian, sing the whole song in Ukrainian. The song has a very Slavic type of vibe, which I honestly really love. But again, the English part just ruins the whole song for me. I do potentially think like with a good staging, this is gonna qualify and this is gonna do moderately well. Number 19 is Finland. Now, don't come at me first, alright? But because Finland is the winner in the apps ranking, so, by a huge margin too, I just don't see it. Like, the performance was epic. But the song was not that good. Like, after I heard it, the chorus and everything, I don't think this is the winner, and I really hope this is not the winner this year. It's just, I just don't find it very special. That's the thing. I don't find it special at all. So I'm just gonna leave it at that and move on to number 17, which is Montenegro with Dobro Došli. Dobro Došli is powerful. It's a female ballad. Female ballads like this, I learned to genuinely sit into them over time. It's not just a love at first listen type of song. It's just you have to sit into it. But it's a great song. Dobro Došli is a great song. A With a good staging, it actually has the potential to do, to qualify. And next up, moving on to Azerbaijan at number 16, one of my favorite countries in Eurovision, which have fallen off in the last 2 years. But I feel like Azerbaijan just brought something back, and I am very glad for that, especially the instrumental. The instrumental is really fun. Like, the instrumental itself, I love it, and I feel like it's just something to dance into. I do think they're gonna qualify. I'm pretty sure they're gonna qualify. The song is very fun, very catchy, very something different than I have ever heard before. So I am betting that they're gonna qualify in May. And number 15 is Italy. Now, I was really disappointed when we chose our song. I was born in Italy, I was raised in Italy, but then I moved to Bangladesh. But I feel like as an Italian, oh my god, that accent. I know my accent is like really botched, but I'm just saying that Italy chose something that if you are not an Italian, you would not understand. But the song is amazing. Like, it's emotional. First of all, it's like a jab at your inner child. I really did not expect him to win. I did not expect people to understand it. But if you are born in Italy and if you're raised there, if you know the language, if you know the expressions, you can really feel that performance. But I will say that we will probably get 25th place at the grand final. We will probably get last place because it's just so flat. The song itself is just very unimpressive, but it's really emotional. I don't know what they're gonna do with the stage with Luke Yogorsi. He's a really fun person, so I would bet that we're gonna do something really fun and creative. Now, number 14 is Netherlands with a basic ass song, C'est la vie. It's French, it's good. It just gives out 2021 and 2023 vibes for me for Netherlands. It's, with a good performance, he can do well, he can qualify, but I'm just on the fence on this one, to be honest. Like, I like it. It's a good listen. I would listen on a run. When I'm going on a run, I would listen to it, but it's just not something I will ever remember after the song contest ends. Number 13 is Belgium. This is one of those entries that I started off, when I first heard it, I started off hating it. I was like, this is not gonna work. What's like the entertaining part in this? But when I listened to it again, I realized that where Sebastian, he really brought out something new, and it's really catchy. Like the lyrics too, strobe lights. I don't even know the lyrics. That's embarrassing. Cotton candy haze. Like, that's a really interesting lyric, and I just feel like it's a jam. It's a rave jam. Like you would listen to this on a rave. And number 12 is Iceland. I'm sorry, but I am a sucker for folk entries that are traditional. And Iceland's entry, the instrumental, is just jabs at me in some way that I just cannot explain to you. It's fun, and also they're being plagiarized by Israel, which I totally understand. Like I support Palestine, but to me the songs do sound like very similar. So I do feel like Israel do have the right to plagiarize Iceland, but it's fun, it's new, and it's just something that I would jam to. It's just something to dance to. Iceland is one of those countries that I feel like I just go back, especially in 2022, my first ever edition. I just keep going back to that song, and I just love it more and more. They just somehow brought out something inside from the song, and I just love it. And number 11 is Ireland. Now, this is, a controversial opinion, in my perspective, but I would say that Ireland had a very nostalgic song. Like, it sounds like something that you would listen to in 2016 as a kid, and as Gen Z is the most, active generation on the internet, exactly. And Gen Z's, actually, we love anything that reminds them of nostalgia, because nostalgia gets altered when you experience it through the web and not just through your active vision. And I feel like Ireland's entry is just simple, it's silly, it's funny, it's camp, it's 2016. It's just, I love it. And now for my top 10, my 1 point in 10th place is Lithuania. Now, let me tell you something. I was very confused when I first heard this entry, but after a couple of listens, I really started to feel it. I started to feel like goosebumps rise on my skin after I watched the performance. It's just one of those things that is very cathartic. You listen to it and you feel it, you experience it. It's repetitive, of course, but I just think it's so creative, it's different. And Lithuania, in the last couple of years since I've been here, they have been sending really good entries and really unique entries, and this is definitely one of them. This is definitely qualifying, and I feel with a burning heart, I believe that it's a really special song. Although it's not my favorite, it's one of those songs you cannot help but feeling. Number 9 is Spain. Again, I just didn't like this entry when I first listened to it, but as time grew on, it really, catched up to me, and I really started to love it. So I would say that, yeah, Spain, Vogue Away, Diva. I love the entry now, but I will say that I am a little bit underwhelmed by the performance. Although she did all the thing with her hair, the helicopter, I'm just a little bit underwhelmed. Armenia, number 8. I will have to say that Armenian singer is so damn hot. Like, oh my god. Like, when I first saw his, like, postcard, I was like, hot damn, that's like gay Zayn Malik. Malik? Malik? Guys, Malik is a word in my native language. In Bangla, it means like Lord, it means, Savior. And it's so embarrassing. I'm saying Zayn Malik. Anyway, he is like the twink version of Zayn Malik. And his song is very Imagine Dragons, but I love it, especially when the part when he like puts his hand on the floor on a beating heart and a duduk plays. Like, baby, Armenia and duduk, these two things are like, irreplaceable. These just cannot be separated, and I love it. Number 7, we have Latvia with, Burman something. It's so Slavic. It's exactly what I wanted from Latvia, and I have not been in love with Latvia for a long, long time. But this, my God, this is something I will stream after the contest ends. I have already mentioned that I'm a sucker for folk entries, and when it comes to Latvia, when it comes to, they're not the Baltics. I will definitely say that they have the best this year, because Latvia, eat your heart out. It's so beautiful. It's like you're in a Slavic forest and you fell asleep and you woke up to these bunch of fairies singing. Like, amazing entry. Number 6, Luxembourg. I really like this entry, and I still do. It's playful, it's fun, it's, very 1960. I really like the concept of it being a sequel to with the song they won 60 years ago. I just feel like it's really fun, and she's definitely gonna lot of fun. She's definitely gonna give us a really fun performance. So I'm all here for it. Like Luxembourg is really underrated this year. Like this year has a lot of complicated songs. So I feel like having Laura Thorne in from for Luxembourg, and her song is not that simple, but it's fun and it's unique, and I love it. Now for my top five, at number five is a song that I just cannot get out of my head. It's Malta with Cunt. Listen. When I first heard this, she wasn't even selected. The semifinals weren't even happening yet. But oh my god, serving cunt in Eurovision? In literally anywhere, Doremi Fasasa serving cunt? I was just gagged, gooped. I was like, uh uh. She gave the most iconic performance this year. Like, I just cannot tell you that this is definitely the most iconic national final performance. Oh, the leopard bodysuit. I have been obsessed with that. I want a leopard bodysuit now. Like, I literally would kill to have a leopard bodysuit right now. After watching her word and slay it, this is one of the songs that legit I'm gonna remember forever. So Malta, keep serving cunt. Number four is Norway. Now, let me tell you guys something. This is unbelievable, but I actually went to school with Alessandro, and let me tell you what happened when we were like in school. It was seventh grade. I believe it was 2019. My parents were staying in Oslo for a year because of my dad's shift of his work. And what happens is that I was in the same class at him, and I still talk to him, and I talked to him literally the night after he won. I voted for him. He has grown up, and he has given us everything. I mean, in our school, in my old school, everyone is jamming it. Lighter is definitely that type of song that you listen to and you keep coming back to. It's honestly the best male bop we have this year. I'm not even biased. Like, you see, he's not in my top three. Just because he's my old classmate doesn't mean I'm putting him in my top three. But Lighter is legit the best male song this year I have heard from a male singer in Eurovision 2025. Now for my top three, these songs, oh my goodness. Albania at my third place, taking the bronze position. I'll just tell you something. The Shanert part, the chorus, it's so good. It's legit good. Like, it's something that I would just come back to each year and just repeat. It's very ritualistic. And as someone who loves folk music, who loves you know tantras, who loves black magic, it's just such a great song for me. One thing I just don't like about this song is the guy singing. I just feel like it just sounds a bit flat to me, but I've gotten used to it over the last couple of months, so I wouldn't mind. And number two is Greece. I spent 2 years of my life in Greece from 2015 to 2017. So when you listen to the song, Claudia is like one of the artists that I've been following since her career took off in The Voice Greece in 2018, and I have always been a fan of Claudia's work. You guys should definitely stream Haramata. Haramata is such a beautiful song. She tried to represent Greece with it in 2023 but did not get selected. But this year she's finally back, and oh my god, she has come back. Her voice, come on, Claudia's voice is something that is just irreplaceable. It's something that is so beautiful, that is so unique, and she sings so well live. I think she's one of the best singers this year because her song, I feel like this is one of the potential winners. I'm not gonna lie, this is literally one of the potential winners. My winner so far in Eurovision 2025 is Poland. When Justina didn't get selected for 2024, I was gagged, bitch. When I heard Richard Holo, like, the Yaga Drago Vesetrado Istravia part has not left my fucking brain. And she didn't get selected, so she came back this year for Redemption with Gaia, And guess what? Her song at the end has the same ending with Richard Tarohoro with Zagarado, you know, Uragara, Yaga Drago, Yaga Yarun. And it's so good. It's like a Slavic witch doing black magic, and I have a reputation for that. I have a reputation of for loving everything mystic. Like, just look at my sleeping gown. It's just sun. It's the sun. It's mystical medieval sun and moons. So you can safely say that I really love mystical symbols and just something so magical happening, something so ritualistic happening. It just blows my mind that Poland finally decided to send her, and the song is so well. She's 52. She is 52 with that national final performance. I wouldn't have guessed, baby. I will say Vijay Tadahora was better, and I was a bit reluctant on the performance at first. I was like, is this gonna win? But over time, it really grew on me, and I'm just, in love with the song right now. So, yeah, that was my ranking. We went from Slovenia from 23rd to Poland in first. Let's take a quick recap at my top 10. Lithuania at 10th, Spain at 9th, Armenia at 8th, Latvia at 7th, Luxembourg at 6th, Malta at 5th, Norway as 4th, Albania as 3rd, Greece as 2nd, and finally Poland as 1st. See you guys on the next video. Thank you.